Hello and welcome to today's edition of the Danielle Daily Show. I am your host, Danielle Watson. I really appreciate you joining me here on this Friday. I try to keep the Friday edition of the Danielle Daily Show really brief because I know we all want to get on with our day and get our weekend started. But thank you for joining me. I'm getting thumbs ups already. Awesome. If you're here, let me know by typing hello into the comments. It seems that you guys can see that who is here, but for whatever reason, me as the host, I can't tell you're here unless you let me know. Julio is here. Awesome. I'm so glad you were able to make it. Julio says, how about this weather? Yes, we're both in Northern Virginia and it is almost 80 degrees in February. So right after the show is over, I'm actually going out to a local winery to enjoy this gorgeous weather, just to sit outside, enjoy some live music, and really soak up some of this fantastic, I would say unprecedented Northern Virginia weather. Here in the nation's capital, we are usually freezing our little bottoms off this time of year. I know Time Hop showed me today that 2 years ago, I had bought some daffodils at the store because I was so desperate for spring and there was still snow on the ground outside. So very much enjoying this weather. It's awesome. So today's topic is what to do when you're feeling misunderstood. I don't know about you, but I feel like this is something that comes up for me over and over and over in life, where I'm trying to communicate something and who I'm trying to communicate it to is just completely misunderstanding me. And sometimes it feels like they're deliberately misunderstanding me, and that's very frustrating. But other times I'm just not able to communicate in a way that they can understand. And I want to say about a year ago, I saw this wonderful quote. It's not something I wrote, it's something I read. And it was on a picture of Robert Downey Jr., but I don't think that it is his quote. But it said, I stopped trying to explain myself when I realized that other people can only understand from their level of perception. And that just blew things wide open for me, because I had this lifelong feeling like I was always trying to explain myself and my motivations and my intentions or my understanding or my actions to other people, and I was consistently being misunderstood. And when I heard that quote about other people only being able to understand from their level of perception, it freed me from the need to continue explaining myself. And what I love about that quote, it isn't saying that any one person's perception is higher or lower than the others. It just highlights that we all have different perceptions, and depending on what those perceptions are, they serve as sort of a filter that helps us understand somebody else or causes us to misunderstand somebody else. And I think that when we're feeling misunderstood, we tend to want to explain ourselves, right? And really what we need to do is just let it go, right? Let it be okay that somebody misunderstands us. Let it be okay that somebody might not think well of us because they didn't understand the intention of our words or actions. Let it be okay that somebody might be out there thinking about you differently than what you are. Take your power back, as I did when I realized that, and stop trying to explain yourself. Do what you do, say what you say, believe what you believe, do it in alignment with who you are. And if they cannot understand what it is you're trying to communicate, it's not your responsibility to make them understand. I know that's not easy. I know that for me, letting that go is really difficult. It's something that I'm still working on. It's something that I have been challenged with the past 2 days, and I've just been telling myself over and over and over again, just let it go. It is not key to the rest of your life that everybody understands your intentions or your thoughts or your actions. As long as you're acting in alignment with yourself, that's good enough. So I have today's note to self for you. Like I said, I like to keep the Friday edition pretty short. I'd love to hear your comments on that. If you find yourself, trying to explain yourself to others, if you find yourself feeling misunderstood by others, or if that's just crazy and it's just me, I'm the only one that has problems communicating with other human beings. Also, let me know what your plans are this weekend, especially if you're in my neck of the woods and you're going to be getting out to enjoy some of this beautiful weather. Okay, here is today's note to self. But remember, I will be back on Monday. I'll be here all week long. At the same time, 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific. If you have questions, go ahead and fire them at me. I'll read them over the weekend. I'll address them next week. But this idea of letting go, there are many different ways that you can look at it. So today we're looking at letting go in terms of misunderstandings and not making it a priority to have everybody understand us. But I'm going to address it in from some other angles next week, unless you guys bring me some great comments. So today's note to self, if you'd like to write it down, says, "Dear self, like Elsa," and we all know Elsa from Frozen, right? So it says, "Dear self, like Elsa, let it go, let it go, let it go," right? Not easy, but that song, it's so catchy. I mean, any kid, I don't know, under 8 can probably sing it to you. So just remind yourself that. Be like Elsa. When you feel like you need to explain yourself because you're being misunderstood, be like Elsa. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let me read you that note to self one more time in case you wanted to write it down. It says, "Dear self, be like Elsa and let it go, let it go, let it go." And then I like to sign mine, "Love me," with a little heart. Julio says he's going to do some gardening. You know, that is a great idea. And I have to wonder, Julio, because I've lived here probably 12 or 13 years now, is it, are we really having spring, or is this a fake spring? Or if we go out and we do gardening, is it going to end up being frozen? I hope not, but I know that we have had snow here up until Mother's Day, and May is quite a ways away. So I hope that the gardening is fun and that you enjoy it, and I hope that whatever you decide to plant, that it will live until we actually make it to our real spring or summertime. So that was today's edition of the Danielle Daily Show. Remember, if you are trying to explain yourself, if you are feeling misunderstood, it's okay to let it go. Other people can only understand you from their level of perception, and that doesn't mean hierarchical level. It just means from where they're at, that's where they're understanding you from. So if they're misunderstanding you, it doesn't have anything really to do with you or your intentions, as long as you feel good about what you're communicating and how you're acting. It has to do with them and their perceptions. And, last time I checked, none of us was general manager of the universe, and we weren't in charge of changing all that. So just do the best that you can. Julio says, "I'm just cleaning the garden, no planting yet." Very smart. Yes, getting all the stuff trimmed back and all that ready. I know in my neighborhood, they're already starting to mulch. They're putting out pansies and starting to mulch. We are ready for spring around here. All right, guys, let me read you the note to self one more time, and then I'll let you get on with your Friday. I'm excited to get outside, enjoy one of the local wineries. It's beautiful scenery, horses, sunshine, live music. It's going to be a good Friday. All right, last time here. It says, "Dear self, be like Elsa and let it go, let it go, let it go." So when you find yourself trying to explain yourself because you feel misunderstood, just remember this note or pull it out, use it to remind yourself, sing the song from Frozen in your head. Remember that I'm giving you permission to just let it go. It'll be okay. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me live. If you're watching after the broadcast was live, if you're watching the recording, please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know how this applies to your life, what's going on with you, what your plans are. I read each and every one of your comments. Nothing makes me happier than to get a notification on my phone that one of you left a comment. It lights up my life to be here with you guys and to receive feedback and to hear about what's going on in your life. So if you need anything, please feel free to comment, email me, private message me, whatever it is. I'm here for you guys. Julio says, wine. Yes, I'm definitely looking forward to that. All right, guys. I love you, each and every one of you, so very much. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, safe weekend. I hope it's warm wherever you are. And I will see you back here on Monday at 3 Eastern. All right? Mwah! Love you guys. See you then. Bye.